Okay. Hold on, y'all. What did I do? There it is. Okay. What's up, guys? What is up? I don't like my lighting. Hold on now. I feel like it's not doing me due justice. What's going on, guys? Can y'all tell I'm like, whew. So, how was your Monday? How was your Monday? I hope it was amazing. I hope you had a great Monday. I guess I could Instagram at the same time too, couldn't I? I could. Um, I know I'm usually hyper when I hop on here. I am usually hyper. I had a long day, but it was a good day. It was a good day. Let me just get Instagram in here today too. And then we're gonna get it crack a lacking. We're gonna get it crack a lacking. Okay, so first of all, how was your day? Savannah said, "Girl, it was crazy. I hope it was crazy in a good way. I hope you got a lot of things done." So we had our morning call, right? Started this morning with Empire Builders, and we had our morning motivation where we really hopped in there and we said, "Okay, what is this Monday going to give us?" You know, we set our major goals, we set our huge goals, and we attacked this Monday. How many of you guys can honestly say you attacked this Monday? Like you let Monday know who's in charge. Okay. Now it's 7 o'clock Eastern Standard. So I think like if you're in Cali, it's what, like 4? It's like 4 o'clock. Y'all still have plenty of day left. Okay. Market Monday. I love it. Market Monday. I still have to send these emails out. You just reminded me. Let me write it down before I forget. Emails are going out as soon as I get off this live. Emails. Don't worry, it's not to you guys. I have to send emails to someone else. But today was a great day. That's okay. Today is Monday and still attacking it. I love it. I love it. So let's talk about a few things. First, I don't know if I went live on Instagram, but I was going live when I went to see the school. You guys know that I had my notary this morning. Okay. I had my notary this morning, and then I had to run a lot of errands and paperwork and things like that. You felt lazy. Is that a thing that we do? What's up, Mr. Will Roy? Yay. Shout out to the best stenographer there is. What did you say your name was? I call you a video. Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. You said now you feel guilty. Don't feel guilty. It's okay. We just do better. We keep growing. We keep, we all have days, so we may not do as much, but it's like just self reflect. Don't beat yourself up. Just self reflect, and then go from there and make tomorrow better, or start right now. You know, I got responses from signing companies. I'm trying to look up more agencies, and today was actually good for a Monday. I'm listening to my kids. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure they're not losing their minds. Okay. Okay. I think we're good. Don't laugh at me. You know you have to listen. Listen to the conversations. Anyway, it's Vanessa. Hi, Vanessa. It's Rosemary. Rosemary. So the Rosemary that's coming to my mind is my mom's friend Rosemary, but I'm not sure if that's you. So now I have to think about it. I'm glad I made it alive. I know that look, Is that a dress or a to be? It's a dress. Let me give you guys a view. It's a dress. It's like my presidential dress. This is when I'm feeling like real presidential for him. And then I have my little heels. And I either wear heels or sandals. Just depends on how I'm feeling and where I'm going. Okay. I actually received my stamp and started accepting assignments yesterday. Awesome. All right, so let's talk about a few things. I know usually I'm like hyper and on 1,000. I just been really, really mentally producing today. And then when you have a mentally producing day, sometimes you tend to just be like, I just don't have as much, but we're still going to cover some information. I lowballed myself on one, but it canceled, so I wasn't mad. That's okay. It's a learning process. So right now, guys, I'm actually I finished editing the Business Credit 102 video, and I'm uploading it now to the dashboard. So if you were waiting for that Business Credit 102, that will be available tonight. It's just uploading really, really slow, which is really annoying, but it's okay because at least I'm not the computer. The computer, I'm sure, is having a hard time. But it's uploading. I will send an email out and social media blast once it's available. As far as when the content is finished uploading, but it should be available. It will be available today. Okay. Also, so before we get into things that's happening, this is also why I'm kind of mentally drained. So you guys know that I am building a school, designing a school for my kids. And so today we went and found the perfect location for the school. And I'm so excited because I thought it was one way when I looked at it online, but when we went there and actually viewed it, oh my gosh, it's perfect. It is perfect. Oh my gosh. So I was so hyper about that. And so that kind of drained me because I was like so excited and I'm taking pictures and I'm like, oh my God. Then I just got on the computer and started planning things out and like colors and, how are we going to do everything? And so I was working on that. And so it just was a lot. And I think it was more so that I was just really excited about it. And so I'm like, y'all don't understand. I'm like, and then when we left, my son, he's so silly. He was like, so we got in the car, he said, Mommy, can you please buy that school? I was like, I plan on it. Give me a second. But I'm really excited. It's just, I don't know. It's interesting just to see where life is taking me because if you would have asked me, 3-4 years ago, Vanessa, you think you'll build a school one day? No. And so now it's just like, wow. And so I just encourage you guys to keep trying, keep doing new things. The only limitations you have are the ones you put on yourself, right? And a lot of times we have goals and ambitions, but when we're financially stressed out, it's really hard to be creative. It's really hard to because you're just so worried about bills. And so that's why I said, everybody, just focus on notary, build it, get the money, get some freedom in your life so you can be at peace. And then you can start building your dreams. It's important to have more than one stream of income anyway. So that's really important. Also, I throw this in there because I have mentioned, the school. I'm usually really cautious about what I say, but I've mentioned the school, to different people. And some people have opinions that make me no difference because that's why I say you gotta be careful who you tell. And so I don't entertain certain things, but it's interesting because it's it's in the creation stage where it was a thought, it was an idea, it's something that I thought of that I want to try and it's something I want to do. And so I started putting the pieces together and going to look at the buildings and putting a plan together and see what's all involved and mapping everything out. And as the course goes along, it's always how it happens, y'all. In the beginning, there's always the naysayers, and they're not trying to discourage you intentionally. It's just because they've never seen it done. And so to them, it's impossible. And so right now, it's like a stage where I can, say, well, yeah, maybe it's more than I can, and I can listen to them, or I can ignore them, which I'm choosing to do, and build it anyway. And then I know when it's done, and it always happens like this. When it's done, they all show up. And they're like, oh my God, look. And so you have to keep going anyway. And I think that people they're not intentionally trying to, be discouraging. Well, it's two ways. Sometimes people don't like to see you shine because your light shows that they're being less than. I guess kind of shows like, okay, we both came from the same place. Why I'm being more productive than you are. But I think most people, they do it unintentionally. They don't even realize what they're doing, and it's just like. So you have to be mindful of who you're allowing to speak into your life. So sometimes people are talking, and I just try to respect. Like, I might put the phone down. I might just, I could be talking and they start talking crazy. I put the phone down. Out of respect, they think I'm listening, but I'm not. Because I'm very cautious of what I allow to be played into, my space. And so I just say, okay, you might not see it. Don't worry about that, sweetheart. Okay, don't worry about that, sweetheart. It's gonna all come the way it needs to. And so I'm really excited about that. And I have so many pictures. Wait till the video gets done, y'all. So I recorded when we were there, the before of what the building looks like. And then of course we'll have my team go in and redesign the whole thing, get all our colors up, get the signage in there, get it designed. And the other crazy part is I was actually looking for another space for me, like for Notary to Notary to be. And I went to look at a building today, another one, and I was like, okay, I wasn't really feeling it. Like, it was like, okay, but this school is so big that I can just have my offices in there. Like, that's how much room it is. And I was like, oh, well, I don't need no space. I just have it all in here. And then I get to be with my kids and working at the same time. And what's crazy? And I just realized that. Wow. So from like a year, probably like about a year and a half ago, and probably like a year and a half ago, I so I meditate in the morning. I used to meditate. And I always pictured this building. You know how you like try to see yourself? That's what you should do too. So it's just a helpful tip for you. I used to try to see myself in the future, and I would imagine what I'd be wearing and how my children would be, and how my cars I would drive, and like what my buildings would look like, where I would eat at. Like, I would play the scene. And every time I did that, it was always a building that I had my work in and my kids had their school in. And it just hit me just now that literally I'm about to have what I said this entire time. Now, the building is not as big as what I envisioned. Because, in my dream, in my meditation, the building is huge, but it's good for now. And then we can go up. But it literally just hit me that I like manifested this, not just from thinking of it, but through my efforts. And it's like, oh snap, I did always say I wanted my building and my kids in the same building so I can work and have them, doing their school. And so that is really interesting. So it really like fine tunes that you can have anything you set your mind to. And all you have to do is just like make your vision, like, and stick to it, like, regardless of what people say, regardless of what's happening, even if you can't see it. And so, like, the school right now, people are saying all these things. I don't care about none of that. I don't even know how I'm gonna get it all done, but I'm gonna keep going. And I know that people that I need are going to come into my path. The resources that I need are going to come into my path. But it's like, that's literally how it always is. That's literally how it always is. All you do is just set the target, whatever it is. You don't have to know exactly how you're going to get there. All you have to do is set the target and say, okay, this is what I want. And then start moving in that direction. And you're going to see that things just start to line up. Everything just starts to come together. But it's really important because at the same time, when you're setting your target, you have to keep your eyes on the prize. Okay, so you can't let people come in and start talking all this hippity hoo blah. Okay, don't do that. You have to stay focused. People will have their opinions. I'm a professional ignorer at this point. I wasn't always like that, but now it's very little that you can tell me that will make me not go for something. Like, I don't care what you say, because I've been convinced. I've gone for large tasks and large projects and large visions, and I've gotten them. And it'll be things that when I said it, I have no idea how I'm gonna get it. None. And I don't care. I'm still gonna shoot my shot. So the school is me shooting my shot, and I have another project I'm shooting my shot, and I'll tell y'all about that once it's finished. Okay, and I'm gonna say, see, I had no idea how I'm gonna get these two things done, but guess what? I'm going to keep going, because what happens is, as you're going, you start, if you give your brain a target to hit, it starts to find things like as you go through your day and as you sleep. Sometimes I wake up with ideas, or I'll have a dream about an idea like, oh, I could get it like this. But if you don't give your brain something to work on, it won't work on anything. So you have to give your brain a problem to solve. Like your brain solves problems, is what it does. And so I give my brain, okay, this is what I want to get done. So let's say right now I give myself two things, these two projects I'm working on. This is what I want. I don't know how to get from where I am to there, but that's your job, right? And so aside from your brain finding things as you go through life, you may get articles, you may get whatever the case is, you may network, you may see different people. And then as you do it, it's going to all the pieces are going to come together, but you have to be active. You have to be active. You have to actually push. You have to build. Okay. You have to build. Okay. So that was my thing. Now let's talk about Notary to Notary, and then I'm going to go through the chat. Okay. So Notary to Notary is the online training program that you guys know I started in 2019, and I've been helping people all over the country build successful notary signing agent businesses. Also tomorrow, Clubhouse at 6 p.m., I'll be on with Nakia, one of my students. She joined, I think it was like early this year, killed the game, murdered the game. And so she asked me to do a live with her. And so I'll be doing that. I promoted it already on social media, so you should have seen that. And it's on Clubhouse at 6. I don't remember the room, but it is on Instagram and it's on Facebook. So it'll be on Clubhouse at 6. And it's not just me and her. She has like 3 other people. I think they're going to be on the call as well. Okay, so that's happening tomorrow. Promo code POWER is still available. So you can use POWER to get 30% off on the online trainings, including the business credit, which will be live once we're at 61%. And I've been doing this for a while. It has been at least like 15 minutes. Like, it is not that serious. I think it's my Wi-Fi. Promo code POWER to save 30% off the online training. One-on-one coaching is still on sale, $99 a month. Okay, you can cancel anytime. It's completely up to you. Thank you for buying badges. I love, love, love the support. The badges and the super chats definitely help us to continue to make content for you guys. We are recording again tomorrow. I'm so excited. So tomorrow, remember I said, guess what? I'm killing all my goals right now. If y'all understand, ask Empire Builders. They know what time it is because I was like, I'm murdering everything right now. I'm not playing these games. So tomorrow we're recording the video for the title list. Remember I said I was going to give you guys a marketing training kind of tip video for anyone that has the ultimate signing and title company list. I was going to teach you guys how to use that list, how I would market to it. And so it's going to be a video where I'm basically just talking about how I would market, give you general ideas like scripts and things like that, what to say. And so that video we're recording tomorrow, so it should be added to the ultimate signing and title company list by like the end of the week. So I know that was when I said I was going to do, and I kind of kept putting it off with other things going on, but that will be recorded tomorrow. Then we have to wait for Mr. Will Roy, to edit it and get us on there, so that way we can. This is good for men to do. It's good for men and women's. If y'all know where that came from, then you know. If you know, you know. Women's, okay? So Empire Builders is at empirebuilders.thinkific.com. The link is in the bio for Instagram, okay? So the video, I'm going to record that tomorrow. That may be the only video that we do because I think it'll be a fairly long video, longer than what we normally do, but we'll just have to see how it flows. If we have more time, I would love to get like 3 videos in. We have a list of the content we need to get done. So this depends on how it flows. He always has to get me. I think I do good on these videos, but sometimes it's like, the last time we were recording that, you didn't see the video that we recorded. The one that you saw is not the one that I had to work on like 12 times. That was the natural talking. But we recorded another video. We had to shoot it like he had to read. I think we did it like 15 times, if not more. And I was just like, I can't do this. I said, just cut it up. Just make it look good. And he was like, nah, you got it in you. And I had ordered my food. I had some chicken fiesta. And I ordered my food. And I said, I need to eat. And so I stopped and I ate. And literally when we came back, the very next take, I killed it. And it was nice. I was like, oh, snap. He was like, see, you just need something to eat. I was like, I said, I didn't want to eat. And I said, my lipstick. I said, I just wanted to record the video, get it over with. So it's funny. If y'all could be if y'all could be on the fly on the wall when Will and I are recording, it's hilarious. I told we need to do a bloopers reel because we just have a good old time cutting up. It's promo code POWER to save 30% off the online training, okay? And you can use that on the Ultimate Signing and Title Company list. And so that lists over 2,000 companies. What I'm going to do is make a video to show you how to use that list. So that a lot of you guys I've seen have gotten the list, but you're like, I don't really know what to say. How do I reach out? Things like that. So we're going to talk about that. Also, that also leads into the event we have coming up, Go Direct Title. That's coming up, I think, in November, and you have to register for that one online. It should be on our website. If not, you can go to our Eventbrite page and get that. YouTube, I can put the link in here. If you're on Instagram, I think it may be in the bio, the link tree, but I'm not 100% sure. If it's not, I'll add it when we get off the live. Actually, I can add it now. I just thought about that. Go Direct to Title is actually a 2-hour training where we actually have title reps coming on, including myself, but also title reps that are going to be talking about how to market to them, what they're looking for, what they expect from a notary signing agent, what they don't like, which is really important. I think I tell you guys some things that they don't like, and I don't think you guys listening to me, but it's small things. It's small things. Definitely one biggie that we're going to talk about is nickel and diming. Don't do that. So we'll talk about that, about why you shouldn't do that. Okay. But I put the link for the I try to put it in there. I hope it goes through. I don't know. I'm slightly tired, darling, but I'm nowhere near finished for the evening. Also, while I'm doing this, while I'm working, I'm actually reading this Grant Cardone marketing material. So like I'm doing like 10 things at one time. My brain is like, but it's okay. I'm going to push my brain to the brink. You will perform. Anyway, okay. What was I saying? Okay, so the Go Direct to Title, that's coming up. The Loan Doc Masterclass, that's coming up at the end of this month. Go Direct to Titles on November 6th. And then we have a Go Ron virtual trade, Launch Ron virtual. That's happening, I think, in December 20. So it's at the end of the year. But all of that will be on our website by the end of the week. So you guys can find that stuff out too. And make sure you guys list your business at Notary Directory USA, so that way people can find you when they're looking for a notary. I know I said notary. It's just fun. I kind of butcher the word sometimes, but it's fun to do. All right, so let's go over some of your questions. I think I'm going to start with Instagram first. I always start with YouTube, but let's do Instagram first. And that's how we'll wrap this thing up today. Okay, so let's see. I use this data called title companies. I love it. Being productive. Oh, this was a dress. We went over that one. Yes, darling. Let's see. I'm excited for you. I can't wait to see the curriculum. I know it'll be great. You know it's going to be awesome. You know it's going to be awesome. You have to speak it into existence. God bless you. Thank you so much. I love it. That was about the school. It's a real life vision board. I just wanted you to know that you inspired me to get into the business, and I thank God for you. Aww, you're welcome. Your energy is contagious. Thank you. Y'all are so sweet. That was so dope. I know you will have that school. You are definitely a great motivator. Should I send an invoice if the signing company has closed the order but hasn't sent a mailing label for docs? An invoice is not going to change that. You just need to email them and ask them for a shipping label for the documents, and they'll send it to you. So proud of you. You helped me so much. You're a real inspiration. You're welcome. Thank you for the badges. Look at y'all. Y'all so sweet. Going to sign up for some courses. Make sure you use promo code POWER so you save on them. Empire Builders, I said that link was in the bio. Hey, Shelly Belly. The code is POWER, 30% off. What was the website to register? What's two? Notary2notary.com is the notary training program. Notary Directory USA is the directory to list your notary business. EmpireBuilders.thinkific.com is where you would join Empire Builders, the life and motivational coaching program, where we go live Monday through Friday and 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we have some good old conversation. That's not a word, but it's cool. Okay. That's what we do. Like a lot of business coaching, life coaching too. There is an online course dashboard that I'm working on adding content to. There is some content in there, but I add I build, I keep adding that information in there. Hey, Valencia. So Valencia and I actually went to college together. She's my shug. And she's in the training program now too. Shout out to Miss V. Okay, so that was Instagram. All right, let's see what YouTube has for me today. I did. I'm just not sure if I still need to send an invoice, and I wasn't sure if it was too soon. So if you look at your confirmation, they will let you know if you need to send an invoice. I will tell you, you don't have to send an invoice to us. We put that on there. Sometimes they just delete them because it depends on their system. They may auto invoice. If you don't have a shipping label, you need to call the signing company or the title company or email them because I'm sure they want their documents. And they probably should oversight that they did not give it to you. So reach out to them as soon as possible so you can ship those docs back. So there's not a delay in funding. Okay, I signed up for the loan signing documents training. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's see what it's not. It's Rosemary V. Oh, hey, that's okay. I still love you anyway. I'm financially stressed. I'm not sure to keep renting or just pull the trigger and buy a house. Well, maybe you should buy a house. I don't know. I don't have all the information. I'm doing it one step at a time. Every payday, I purchase something else towards my notary business. Flow but steady. Love it. Quick question. Are there California notaries on here? I need the closing done in the next few days. Okay. Well, if you need to find a California notary, you can always send your request to scheduling and on-time signings, and I can send your request out to all of our notaries that are in California. Make it smooth and easy for you. Okay. And they all will say, I know you could do it. You're so silly. And that's exciting. Can't wait to see when it's done. Let's see. I'm a pro ignore. Hey, everybody. Vanessa, I couldn't enter the promo code POWER on Thursday. It charged me for the full price. Then send an email to info@notary2notary.com. And following you for a short period of time, your positive attitude and mindset will have you getting your school. Yes, 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 yes. I can't hear you. I can't hear you on Club. Oh, okay. Okay. I see what you're saying. There is going to be a bloopers reel, hopefully. Looking forward to seeing you on Clubhouse tomorrow. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. we'll be on Clubhouse. What was the room again? Notary Cousins on Clubhouse will be in there. How do you word your experience when you're brand new? I highlight my pros and not my length of time. And so I highlight how qualified I am, and I don't focus on length of time. And that's a sales tip too. So if you when you go to an interview, if you don't have experience, you don't want to talk about your lack of experience. You want to talk about how good you are in other areas. You want to highlight. It's like you ever seen like people who have like when you do your resume, you could put like line cook. I cooked hamburgers, or you can say I manufactured and controlled the menu and supply chain for the output. You know what I'm saying? Like you just make it sound good. Just make it sound good. There's actually websites that do that. That actually will, if you put in your job, it'll make your to-do tasks sound really like complex. Yeah, that's how I learned. Somebody said that to me when I was like in high school or college. And so ever since then, I just always do that. And whenever I went to an interview, I always upsell my pros. Thank you guys for buying badges. You guys are the best ever. I always upsell my my pros, and I don't talk about my shortcomings. Well, they guys see the shortcoming. If you've done signings and have not heard back, it's safe to assume all went well. Exactly. But you can, what a good thing to do too when you finish a signing for a new company is just send a follow-up email. Like, okay, dear Sunshine Signing, I completed the closing, especially if you know the scheduler, because it builds that relationship. Like say, dear Jessica, I completed the signing for Mark at in Richmond, Virginia today. Everything went well. He was comfortable with the loan closing. I shipped the documents off at this time. You should have a copy. I've also attached a copy of their IDs to this email in case you need it. If I look forward to working with you again, yada, yada, yada. Make it sound good and then close that out. That's actually a really good way to close out closing, especially when you're working with new companies or just in general. Somebody on YouTube, so I don't know. But if they send me an email, I will send the order out on On-Time Notary. What's the name of the website in order for people to find you for notary? NotaryDirectoryUSA.com. Notary Directory USA. So that's how you can list your business for people to find you. List your business for people to find you. I see, but what if they specifically ask how many closings you've done? I haven't done any. You've done practice ones, include those. Any suggestions for a printer? I've been looking at HP LaserJet. So I have a list of suggested ones in the training, Nicole. I think you're in the training. If not, I think you're in the coaching. Just send me an email and I'll forward it to you because you're in the coaching, so I can send it to you too. What do you do if you can't confirm after being assigned? How long before you cancel? I don't cancel. I don't know notaries out there that do that. They feel like if I don't speak to somebody, then I don't want to show up at their house. That's a personal preference. It's really up to you. This goes down to how you decide to run your business. There are things you can do beforehand. You can call, you can email if you're not reaching them, and text. Most people, if they don't answer when you call, they will text you back. If you still haven't been able to confirm, then just reach out to title. Hey, I'm trying to find this person so I can confirm their closing. They usually can contact them for you. But some people are at work or they're stressed, so who knows what's happening. But I do personal preference. I show up anyway at the designated time. Worst case scenario, if they're not there, I get paid my print trip fee. But I do still show up. But I know there are notaries who will not go if they don't confirm, and they say it's for safety reasons, and that's fine. They feel like I don't want to go to people's homes without them knowing who I am and not expecting me. And so that is fine. And no one's going to give you a hard time about that. But it's personal preference. What I would say before you cancel anything, to reach out to title and the loan officer and let them know that you cannot confirm it. And they will reach out to them directly. Okay. But like for me, I don't cancel. I just show up at the designated time if I can't reach them anyway. And like I said, they're not there. And we move on. But it's personal preference. It's really up to you what you decide to do. Okay. But communication is key. So communicate with title so they know, or the signing service, hey, don't just cancel last minute. Like, make sure there's an open line of communication. So there's, whatever the case is. Thank you so much for responding so much real quickly earlier. I try. My emails look really good right now. Sometimes, y'all know, especially on the weekends, I could get backed up for like 2-3 days. But I've answered all my emails. Score. I love it. Okay, I didn't want to, but I didn't know if I could still go. Yeah, you can still go. If you get the order on the weekend, should you wait till Monday to contact the attorney? What do you mean to contact the attorney for what? Like the signer? If you get an order over the weekend, you can call whenever. So the only time, if I get an order, the only time I don't confirm is late at night. So let's say right now I get an order that comes through. I'm not calling anybody at 8:00 at night. I'm just not going to do it. But I will call, and I won't call them before, like usually, unless they're signing at 8 a.m., then I may call at 7. But if they're signing at like 9, I may call at 8. But usually I wait for business hours. So like between 9 and 6, if I'm going to call anybody. I'm responding to who needs a California. Oh, an attorney state. No, you don't have to call the attorney. When you're assigned a loan closing, I had one today. When you're assigned a loan closing, that's in an attorney state. You don't have to call the attorney until you get to the table. The attorney knows when they're closing because they're the ones that set the documents up. They're the ones that set the closing up. They don't need you to remind them. They know. So all you do is call when you get to the closing table. Now you can call the borrower to make sure that they're available, but you don't need to call the attorney. They might think you're worrisome. Like, I don't know. They may think that, oh, well, she's just doing her due diligence. I don't know. Some attorneys are really super nice, and they're like, very like, oh, let's talk about everything. They're like really like, when you get on the phone, they just want to talk about everything. But some attorneys, I feel like 70% of them just kind of want to get off the phone. They're like, oh, you got it. Oh, bye. Like, I don't. Is it just me, or the attorneys seem really busy? I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe they have a whole lot of cases. Who knows? But thank you, Shaq. Look at you. But no, I don't call attorneys before. The only person I call is the borrower, and then when I get to the table, I call the attorney. That's it. And then the attorney. So everyone gets attorney states really mixed up, and attorneys really are not that bad. Let's see. I got it Friday night, but it is just to witness. It said in the order to call the attorney. I think they just put them as a point of contact. So are you just a witness and you're not notarizing? I mean, if it says to call the attorney, then go ahead and call them. But if it was like a loan closing where you're printing the documents and going by yourself, then you wouldn't call. But it sounds like you're probably going to be going with the attorney or something. So that sounds like a special situation. If that's the case, then if it says to call them, then call them. But if it doesn't say to call them, then don't worry about it. People, I didn't even want to. Okay, so I'm seeing everybody's comments. Okay, yeah, I mean, if you want to call, you can call, but I would call during the day, during regular hours. Attorney states are not as hard as people think they are. It literally just is that. So so your state is either a title, an escrow title, an attorney closing state, or just an attorney closing state, and that means that attorneys have to conduct the closings, or attorneys and title companies can conduct the closings. Okay. And so majority of states are title and attorney capable. There are a few states like Georgia, South Carolina that are, I think Connecticut, that are attorney only. And so when you're closing on properties in other states, rule of thumb, you always follow the law for that state. So Texas, for example, is a blue state, which means you sign in blue ink. It doesn't matter if I'm here, the property is in Texas, I have to follow Texas's law. If I'm closing on a house if I'm physically in Virginia, but the property is in South Carolina, that's an attorney state. That means I have to follow the closing procedures for South Carolina, which means an attorney has to assist with the closing. And all that means is when I get to that person's house, I call the attorney at the table. Now you're going to get one of three types of attorneys. Okay. The first attorney is the indifferent attorney. Okay. And that's the one that's like, you call and it's like, hi, I'm Vanessa. I'm at the closing with Mark and we're about to do this closing. And they say, awesome. Great. Mark, you good? Mark says, yes, I'm fine. All right. Call me if you need anything. And he may hang up, or he may sit on hold. Okay, just depends on the attorney. And so that's the first one. The second one is like when you call and it's like, hey, and he may do a brief introduction. Okay, so I'm your attorney. I did your loan closing docs, yada, yada, yada. You're closing on your property. If you have questions, I'm here. And then, Miss Terry, you good to do the closing? I am. Okay, I'm going to sit on hold, but I'm here. Ask me any questions, right? And then we go through the closing, boom, boom, boom. Once we're done, he's like, okay, wonderful closing. Talk to you later, right? Then the third kind of attorney is the one that wants to talk about everything. Okay, and so that's the one you call and they're like, hey, and they talk the entire time. And so, which is fine, it takes a little longer sometimes, but where they're like, oh, I'm the attorney, I'm gonna do your closing. How are you? How's your day? Okay, let's go over these pack. And they go, some attorneys go over each page. They're like, okay, let's turn the next page. Okay, and this is right. And then they're like, okay, and then you sign here. Okay, and then the notary, you can go ahead and sign. So it makes it longer when they baby step it through you like that. But sometimes you get attorneys like that who wants to be completely involved in the entire loan closing, and you don't really say a word. They say everything. And then when it's done, they hang up the phone. I will say that in my experience, I've had probably 70% of the first one, where they just answer the phone and say, okay, yada, 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 yada. All right, call me if you need me by. And then, well, probably like 60%. And then like 30% of the people who, talk a little bit and then they get on the phone by. And then like 10% is like the people who really just want to walk through every single page. So you won't have a lot of those attorneys who want to go through the whole package with them. But basically, the majority of the time, you'll call, they'll sit on the phone, you'll go through the package with them, and then that's it. And so that's all that means when it has to be with attorney supervision. That's what that means. Is everyone kind of gets like this whole thing, but it's really not that serious. And it's you do the exact same thing, and that you would a normal closing, except for you call an attorney and they're on the phone with you while you do it. So easy peasy chicken squeezy. And half the time, I'm telling you, the those attorneys don't care. They're just like, okay, you good? You need anything? All right, bye. Like, okay. Oh my God, I did a refi and the signer was an attorney. It was hard. I've had attorney signers, but they were all great, because one thing about when I do closings for attorneys or business executives, they usually have seen their documents well before I get there, because most attorneys and or really professional business executives believe that notaries are just there to witness your signature and not to explain. They know that we're not supposed to explain things. And so in my experience, the majority of the time when I get there, they've already seen everything. And usually just like, okay, just give me everything. Boom, 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 boom. And it was it. And so most times when I see people like that, they're very organized. Like they're very, very organized. And it's just really, a piece of pie. But depends. You never know. It really does depend. I know when I closed on my house, I was supposed to close. Listen, I was trying to hurry and closing this thing. They was dragging their little feet. I had to fuss out a couple people, but in a nice way. And so they were like, okay, everything is done. You're ready to close. But now we just have to wait and find a notary. I said, no, you don't. I got you. They said, well, what do you mean? I said, no, I have a signing service. I have notaries everywhere. Don't worry about it. Just send me the docs. And so they were like, really? Just send me the docs. I got this. I'll make sure you get it back tomorrow. Give me the docs. So I was definitely like, we're not playing these games. And I just had one of my notary friends come and do this closing real quick. Thank you. Let me get on out of here. I don't need you to explain nothing to me. Just stampy. But yeah. That was my home closing experience. He wanted to use his nickname that derived from his actual name. If that's his name. And so this is a thing when it comes to signing your name. Previously, maybe like 40 years ago and beyond, a signature, you can actually, like your parents, was in cursive, and it was your full first and last name and any extras like senior, junior, the third, whatever. Nowadays, how many of you guys know people who can't even write in cursive? Like I've had closings with like 18, 19, 20, and 21-year-olds and 22, 23-year-olds. And I say, sign your name. And they say, I don't know how to write in cursive. That's okay. Yeah, that's fine. And so the whole writing in cursive thing is actually interesting because it used to be that people thought that it was like, 14 and 16-year-olds. But there's actually adults now who don't know how to write in cursive. And so they don't sign their name in cursive. They just write it in print. And so that is their signature. And so you have to understand, a signature is your mark for your name. It does not need to be your complete full out, because that may not be your signature. And so, and this actually is something that the market has been shifting from, because like 40, 50 years ago, it was this. And so now, how many times have you done a closing and someone just scribbles? But when you look at their ID, it's the same thing. And they tell you, no, this is my signature. And and then some people will tell you a signature should be unique so that no one else can copy it. And so this is my signature. And so it's something that I've had, title companies say, well, we want this or we want that. But now, as you start to get more into like this day and age, people are more accepting of they realize a signature is whatever your mark is. And so as long as it's consistent with everything that you do, they can't really give you a hard time about that. So there's that. We should definitely do a training on signatures and like how, because you can't make people sign a certain way, except for like it's like a power of attorney or a trust or things like that. It really is, up to, them, what their signature is. As long as it's consistent, you can't, I've had people do that. I said, no, I'm not signing that way. And I've never signed that way. This is my signature. And so it's just the name of the game. I don't know. What is it? HBA? I'll have to look into that. All right, guys, I gotta get ready to hop off of here. I'm so sorry, but I will come back live tomorrow. I will. I forgot I had to do something, but I gotta get ready to slip and slide. I appreciate all the love, all the badges, all the questions. I will go back live later tomorrow, not today. Tomorrow I'll do another live. I will. Okay. Hold on, Instagram. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Yeah, I do have to get ready to slip and slide. I forgot what time it was. But yeah, we'll do a whole live and we'll talk about how to sign and what signatures look like. So that way, you guys know what to expect. I know that's a common question, and you definitely do not want to force someone to sign something if that's not their signature. And I've known notaries to do that. I've known notaries to do a whole lot of crazy stuff. We're going to talk about it on the next live. We're going to do a whole what not to do. What not to do. We're going to talk about that. Okay. So I will see you guys mañana. And I'm kind of sleepy, but I will see you guys mañana, guys. Continue to work on your businesses. Be productive on purpose. Make sure you use promo code POWER to save on the notary signing agent training. Get into the one-on-one coaching. Check out the Eventbrite team to register for our online trainings that's coming up. Go direct to title. Hey, Nicole. Go direct to title. Loan Doc Masterclass. We're going to learn about all the loan documents and how to present them and what all the terms mean inside of them. And the Ron one, I don't think you can register for that one yet. I don't know what time yet tomorrow. I'll probably go live during the day. And then I'm going to try and keep to the, I want to do one during the day and then one in the evening. So like around 6:30, 7 o'clock. No, I have my title producers exam tomorrow it's at 8. So I have 6 p.m. with Nakia. My title producers exam is at 8. So I'll probably just go live during the day. So probably like around 12 o'clock, I'll go live. Okay. But you guys be awesome on purpose, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 7:30 in the morning if you're in Empire Builders. If you're not at Empire Builders, I'll see you probably like around 12 or so. Okay? All right, y'all. Be awesome on purpose, and I will see you mañana. Happy signing. Okay, let's see if this